Our first event is the Jousting, in which two marbles are going to be launched down a ramp and will collide midair. First marble to hit the red platform loses, so your goal is to be the last one in the air. Now this is our group stage, so our 12 competitors will be split into 4 different groups. Inside of each group, the 3 marbles will face off against one another 2 times each. As far as the scoring goes, if you win, you get 2 points. A tie is going to earn you 1, a loss is going to earn you nothing. The best marble from each group is going to advance to the semifinals, and in the event of a tiebreaker, there will be a single sudden death match with the winner moving on. Ties and sudden death matches will be redone until we get a winner. That brings up our first group, which is Helios, Shockwave, and Limelight. And our first ever matchup is going to be Helios versus Shockwave. Helios on the left, Shockwave on the right. They are off and running, and it is not even close. An easy win for Helios to begin as we look at the replay, which will bring up Shockwave and Limelight next. So Helios in the lead, 2 points, Shockwave none, and now Limelight against Shockwave again. And it's not close either. An easy win this time for Limelight, so Shockwave off to a rough start. 2 points to Helios, 2 points to Limelight, 0 points so far for Shockwave. Limelight on the left, and Helios on the right, and it is a win for Helios, and again, not very close. Another matchup for Shockwave and Helios. It's Shockwave now on the left, and they miss each other, and Shockwave goes to the ground first, so Shockwave now eliminated from contention as they still have no points. Helios is up to 6 points with Limelight with 2, trying to close out the win. And the win there by Limelight's going to keep them alive for a chance to head on to the semifinals. So a win or a tie is going to clinch Helios this Group 1 stage win. Helios versus Limelight, it's a must-win for Limelight. And it will be a victory for Limelight, and we will head to a sudden death tiebreak. So Helios with 6 points, Limelight with 6 points, no points for Shockwave. We go sudden death to determine our Group 1 winner. Limelight goes from the right, Helios from the left. They are off and running. And it is going to be Helios who will win and move on to the semifinals in a sudden death match. One of the closer matchups there of this entire first group, which will bring up now Group 2. So Helios gets off to a fast start, Limelight off to a fast start. No chance for Shockwave, they score no points. We move on to Group number 2, which is going to be Wormhole, and then Dragon's Breath, who we'll refer to as DB, and Waterfront. So Dragon's Breath, Wormhole will be the first matchup, and Waterfront the other grouping in this second group. Dragon's Breath goes from the left, and it is Wormhole from the right. And Wormhole scores the first 2 points with a win over Dragon's Breath. And they now take on Waterfront. And once again, an easy start for one of these marbles as Wormhole up 4 points. No points for either side. Somebody's get on the board here with Dragon's Breath taking on Waterfront. And it will be Dragon's Breath, and it's not close. A beat down there after the connection. Dragon's Breath on top of Wormhole, and it just catapults that marble right onto the red platform. So 4 points Wormhole, 2 points Dragon's Breath, no points yet for Waterfront. And Dragon's Breath now going to come back against Wormhole here, and now they're tied up. Waterfront has to win each of their final 2 matches to have a chance to advance, so it's a lot at stake right now for Waterfront. And, oh wow, very close on this matchup. We're going to go to a replay here. Waterfront and Wormhole, and oh gosh, it's close. Super slow-mo. And it's a tie. So 1 point's going to go for each. Wormhole with 5, Dragon's Breath with 4. Waterfront gets on the board. And it's close again now between Dragon's Breath and Waterfront. Group B supplying a lot of drama right now, and I think they just tied as well. And they did, so that's going to get 1 more point for Dragon's Breath, 1 point for Waterfront. They're out. It goes 5-5, and we go to sudden death here between Dragon's Breath and Wormhole. So each of our first 2 groupings going to sudden death. Wormhole goes from the left, Dragon's Breath from the right. They meet in the middle, and it's not close. Wormhole got off to a fast start. had to hold on, but Wormhole's going to win and advance to the semifinals. So Wormhole is through, and Helios is through, and that takes us to Group 3, which is Thanos, Igneous, and Mic Drop. Mic Drop goes from the left first. That is Thanos from the right, and it is an easy win. Not close. Mic Drop gets taken apart easily there. So Thanos with the first 2 points. They're going to take on Igneous now. And that one's not close either, but this time it's Igneous with the win, which will tie us up. 2 points for Thanos, 2 points for Igneous. Nothing on the board yet for Mic Drop. And Mic Drop goes down again. Give the win to Igneous. And move them into the lead 4-2-0. Mic Drop trying to get on the board here. And that's not close either. Thanos with a beatdown of Mic Drop there. And Mic Drop officially now eliminated from contention. So 4 points for Thanos, 4 points for Igneous. No points for Mic Drop as they connect and they go very close. As each hits the red platform, we'll go to a replay. Very tight. And a super slow-mo is going to show us a tie. So Thanos and Igneous each tie. They both sit at 5 points, and now Mic Drop is on the board as they upset Igneous there. And that's going to send us to sudden death again. Mic Drop keeping Thanos alive. So if Igneous cannot clinch, they go to a tie break against Thanos. 5 points for Thanos, 5 points for Igneous, 2 for Mic Drop. They're out. Thanos goes from the left, Igneous from the right, and it's not even close. Igneous with an easy win, so they advance to the semifinal as well. That brings us to our fourth group. So to recap, we have Helios through, Wormhole through, and then we have Igneous through as well. And that brings us to our fourth grouping, the final group of this group stage, Polygon, Brain Freeze, and Shimmer. So Brain Freeze, the blue marble, the Polygon with all the different colors, and then the pink, shiny marble of Shimmer. And our first matchup here is going to be Polygon against Brain Freeze. So group number 4, Polygon against Brain Freeze. It's Polygon going from the left, Brain Freeze from the right. They're going to meet in the middle. And an easy start for Brain Freeze. Not close as Polygon goes down. And the first 2 points of group number 4 belong to Brain Freeze. Very tight there. Brain Freeze trying to get off to a 4-0-0 lead. And it's very tight with Shimmer. And that may have been another tie. Very close. Super Slow-Mo is going to confirm, I think, what we thought. And it will. Brain Freeze and Shimmer tie. So 3 points to Brain Freeze, 1 point to Shimmer. Polygon yet to score. And that will change right there. Polygon able to easily beat Shimmer, and it goes very tight now. Next matchup is Brain Freeze against Polygon, and it's 3-2-1. Brain Freeze, then Polygon, then Shimmer. And Brain Freeze with the win. Eliminating Polygon. Very tight here between Brain Freeze and Shimmer. And this is going to be a tie, and that is going to clinch it for Brain Freeze. So Brain Freeze with the only group win that did not require a sudden death. As we go on to the semifinals, and I'll explain the semifinals now. So Brain Freeze gets that final stage win, and it wasn't really close. So the semifinals is going to be a best of 3 rounds. Ties will not be counted. You got to win 2 out of 3. The first marble of 2 wins is going to advance to the final from both of these semifinal matchups. And those matchups are going to consist of Helios versus Wormhole here. Wormhole goes from the left, Helios goes from the right, and it's Helios with the easy win in the first semifinal match. Helios got off to a blazing start, so that's 1 win for Helios. A must-win now for Wormhole. Helios trying to clinch it and head to the final. Very tight, but I think Helios got it. hard fought on that last matchup there, but Helios wins. They move on now to the final matchup as we face Brain Freeze against Igneous. And a dominant start for Brain Freeze. Just like Helios, an easy win in that first game of this semifinal match. Brain Freeze with a win will clinch, and they do in convincing fashion. Brain Freeze, the only team, the only marble not to face a sudden death elimination to get to the semifinal round with an easy win in that semifinal over Igneous. So before we get to the final, let's go to the third place round in which we've got a best of 3 rounds, just like the semifinal. Ties again will not be counted. First marble to 2 wins is going to take third place. Wormhole against Igneous. And again, Igneous struggling here as Wormhole gets on top of Igneous, throws him down. One more win for Wormhole is going to clinch third place, and nothing for Igneous if they can't get here. It's been a rough semifinal match for Igneous, but they get a little bit of a measure of revenge as they take down Wormhole. And we go to a winner-takes-all, third place, third game match. Winner gets all the marbles, if you will, and it's not close. Igneous with revenge here after losing badly in the semifinal and starting off badly in the third place round. Igneous comes back. They win the third place match, and it brings us to the final, which is a best of 5. Again, ties won't be counted. And again, instead of first to 2, it's first to 3. Helios against Brain Freeze. It's Helios from the left, or from the right rather, and Brain Freeze from the left. And it's Helios with the first defeat of Brain Freeze. Brain Freeze did not lose in the semifinal. They did not lose in their stage match, but Helios off to the fast start. Helios now up 2-0. As they switch sides, but results not any better for Brain Freeze. A win for Helios clinches the final and the championship. Brain Freeze will go from the left. They go back to the way they were on the first game. Helios from the right. They meet in the middle, and it is a winner for Helios in a 3-0 sweep. Helios wins in a dominating performance in the final. Brain Freeze, who ran right through the stage grouping portion of this competition and ran right through the semifinal, defeating Igneous easily, defeating the other members of their grouping easily. They get dominated by Helios in the initial final. So that is the end of the Jousting. So we are through one event of 8 now. Helios with a lead over all of the other performers here on Marbled Mayhem on MSPN. As we look at the standings, Helios with 15, the runner-up Brain Freeze gets 12, Igneous with 10, Wormhole 8. So that's the difference there between the third and fourth place finishers. That third place match does matter. 2 extra points for Igneous over Wormhole, and then they go down the line. Limelight with 7, Dragon's Breath and Thanos both score 6, 4 for Shimmer, 3 for Waterfront, Mic Drop, and Polygon, and Shockwave with nothing, so a very big hole for Shockwave to get out of. We'll have event number 2, which will be bowling, coming up next. But once again, Helios over Brain Freeze. That's the final here in the Jousting here of Marble Mayhem on MSPN. 7 events remaining. It's anybody's game. Make sure to tune in for event number 2, bowling, coming soon.